There we go. Remember your information for each one and what your words per minute are when you get finished, because we're going to put them in our Google Tracker today. Make sure you're keeping your hands on the homework keys. The left pinky needs to be on the letter A. Try to keep your hands low, but not touching the, don't let your wrist touch, but keep your hands low. All right, Axel, you're a little bit behind. Everybody's already gotten started. They are in Google Classroom. On the wall, you'll see I have your warm-up out there, and you can go ahead and get started on that, and the link is out there. Axel, why don't you just do the first one and not the second one? And you can do the second one later. Still missing a couple people. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, even though I think some of you guys are still typing. All right, when you finish, if you're still typing, keep going. I don't want to mess you up. When you finish, go ahead and go to your Google Drive, because in just a few minutes, we're going to, or just a few seconds, we're going to set up a way to keep track of what we do every day for our warm-ups. All right, everybody finished? How'd you do? Are your hands feeling good this morning, or are they? They're just kind of sleepy. Yeah, mine are sleepy in the morning too. All right, so everybody go ahead and log into Google Drive, because I'm going to walk you through how to set up a Google Sheet, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I want you to put in it. And that way you are going to keep track of what we type every day. So that way you can see how well, how you progress each day, how you get better. Right now, your main focus is to keep your hands on the home row keys, because once you memorize those home row keys, you'll just keep getting faster and faster and faster. So that's really your main focus right now. And once you memorize where the keys are, you'll be able to see a big difference. So really try hard not to just use your pointer fingers and just keep your hands on the home row keys like we talked about. All right, so everybody in Google Drive now? Okay, all right, we're gonna go to new.
I'm not.
Well, yeah, because it's almost dead.
I can't get out the full screen.
Do what? Is that using?
I can't get out the full screen.
All right, for the free typing game?
No, for Zoom.
Oh, there should be a little button at the top where you can minimize it.
It's not there.
What if you right click at the top? Instead of,
Still nothing.
sometimes if you right click, it'll give you an option to exit full screen.
Still nothing.
I don't know, but unless you want to try to X out and then get back in. You want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna keep going while he gets back in. All right. Oh, I just moved us to the middle of the screen. All right, so we're gonna go to new and then Google Sheets. Hey, anybody feel the earthquake yesterday? I didn't feel a thing. I was asleep. Miss Jones, the Spanish teacher, she said she felt it, but I didn't feel anything. All right, up at the top where it says untitled spreadsheet, we're going to change this. Back in. All right, how's it looking now, Zach? I mean, not Zach. Zeke. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go in your Google, you're going to go ahead and log into your Google Drive, and then you'll go to new, and you'll go to Google Sheets, and it should look like this.
We're having a little bit of issues with online schooling for Mrs.
All right, so up at the top where it says untitled spreadsheet, we're going to change that to keyboarding tracker. That's what we're going to name it. And right now at the bottom, do you see where it says sheet 1 down here? Sheet 1 is where we are going to have our first quarter, and then we're also going to add another one called sheet 2, and that'll be for second quarter. So if you want to go ahead at the bottom on that plus sign where it says add sheet, go ahead and add a second one. So now you should have a sheet 1 and a sheet 2.
I don't see it.
It's at the very bottom. There's a plus sign that says add sheet. And then beside each one of those sheets, there's a little arrow. And you can click on that arrow to rename it. So we're going to name sheet 1 first quarter and sheet 2 second quarter. All right, so everybody make sure you're clicked on the first sheet, which says first quarter. We want to make sure we're in the right place each time. All right, so for first quarter, we're going to click up at the top in cell A1, and I want you to type the word date. All right, and you can hit tab or you can click in the next cell. For B1, I want you to type name of test. If you need to make that column bigger, if you look in between the two columns, B and C, there's a little arrow and you can just click it and drag it if you want to make it be a little bit bigger. Spencer, do you see it now? It's at the very bottom of your screen. It should have a little plus. You should see sheet 1. And then to the left of that, there's a little plus where you can add the sheet. You see it now? If you don't see it right now, you can add it later. The big thing is I want you to have your Google Sheet set up. So sheet 1 is, we're not going to use sheet 2 until second quarter, so. All right, so then in column C, in C1, I want you to type time. And then in D1, I want you to type WPM. What does WPM stand for?
Words per minute.
That's exactly right. All right, so today, I'm gonna go back. Today's the 10th. So I'm gonna put 8/10. And the first test that you did was Classic Tale 26. So just to make it simple, name of test, I'm just gonna put CT 26. That stands for Classic Tale. All right, now the next two columns, I only want you to have numbers under time and words per minute. So the first one we did was Just 1 minute, 1 minute each. All right, so we're gonna go in and time, we're gonna put a 1, but don't type the word minutes after it. Because if you do, then we can't go in and add them or, you know, average them and things like that. So we want to just leave it as a 1. And then go ahead and put in your words per minute, whatever you have for that first one. It might be 10, it might be 8, it might be 25, it might be 30. Whatever you got, put that in there. I'm going to put 15. You put whatever you got for the first one. All right, and then we're going to do the exact same thing again for the second one. And our second test was number 2 for the home row. So I'm just going to put number 2. And that was 1 minute. And usually on those, your words per minute sometimes are a little bit lower. So I'm going to put, I'll put 8 on that one. You put whatever you got. All right, so again, we're going to do this every day. So when you come into class, go to the Google Classroom and see what your warm-up is. And then as soon as you finish your warm-up, you can go ahead and pull this up, or you can have this pulled up before we even start class. And you can go ahead and put your information in. And you will share this with me at the end of the week. So that way I can check and see and make sure everybody's looks good. All right, so we'll have a place for you to share it in Google Classroom at the end of the week. All right. Anybody have any questions about your Google tracker, your keyboarding tracker? If you have any problems with it, after today, you can go back, and I'm going to post this video this afternoon. You can go back and watch it again if you need to. Or you can come to my office hours today if you need to too. All right, so real quick, and you can close this out. We won't need this for the rest of today. All right, we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you a video that the electives team made just as a refresher on how to turn things in through Google Classroom. I know I've gotten a lot of people that have emailed me some stuff and things like that, so I just wanna make sure you guys are pretty clear on how to turn things in. And I know you have been using it for a while, but just want to check. And it's a short little video. It's like 3 minutes. And it's Miss Cyrus speaking, so we always like to hear her little voice. Let's see. If you let me know if you can hear. I can't remember if I checked the little box or not.
This is a video on how to upload your assignments onto Google Classroom. You're going to go to your designated class. For this, I have just a test class. You're going to go under classwork. Again, this is a test class, so I currently do not have folders or anything in. Go to your designated Google Classroom. You're going to go to your designated class. For this, I have just a test class. You're going to go under classwork. Again, this is a test class, so I currently do not have folders or anything in there. You should, most of your classes, you will have a folder that says assignments, and you're going to go to whatever that week is that you need or whatever the assignment is. You'll click on it. View the assignment. This says missing because the due date has passed. I apologize for that, but you have the assignment instructions right here. So you'll read what your teacher's asking you to upload, whether it's a Google Doc, a video, whatever the assignment is going to be located here. And once you have completed it, over here on the right is going to say your work. You're going to add. Do not click mark as done and then turn in and not add anything, because we will see that you just clicked mark it as done, but there's nothing there. You have to first go to add or create. And this is what I love about Google Classroom. You can upload from your drive. You can add a YouTube link if you created a video or you have a link to some type of document, a file from your computer, You can even create a new doc and do your work right in here and create and click on doc and create the doc and then turn that in. So there's lots of different options. So I'm going to pretend this says that I have to upload a video of myself completing the combination taught in class this week. I've already recorded myself. I'm going to go into Google Drive. I am going to open up my drive. It's slowly but surely opening. And I'm going to click this video that my teacher asked me to upload. I'm going to insert it. And then once it's there, I'm going to click on Turn In. And then I'm going to just click Turn In. And then you do not have to do anything else. I now know as your teacher that you've completed your assignment. Let's say that you go in and you realize, whoops, that was the wrong video. That was the wrong document file, whatever it may be. Or your teacher may give you feedback in a private comment and say that you did not complete it correctly. You can always go to unsubmit. It'll ask if you're sure about that. You can unsubmit. And then boom, all you gotta do is take it out and exit out, and then you can start fresh. So if you make a mistake, it's super easy. You just unsubmit that assignment. So once again, once you've done your assignment, you add or create. Wherever that document or video, whatever it is that you're submitting, you just pick one of these. And then if you have a YouTube link, I would paste the link right in here. And then it adds my YouTube video. Very, very simple. Mark is done. And then you can turn it in. Okay, so very simple. But that is how you turn in assignments once they're complete on Google Classroom.
All right, so just a little reminder video, and I have this out there for you to watch in Google Classroom. So if you ever need to go back and look at it, I have people, they have trouble with just attaching the document. Like even though you click turn in, you have to physically go in and attach it or create it from there. So right now, and just watching hers, I have mine set up just a little bit different. I have your assignments inside of each unit, but I think I'm going to change it because I mean I can just drag all this stuff around and put it where all the assignments are in one place. So that way, like your keyboarding study guide notes right here, that's an assignment. I have 2 people that have turned them in so far. So I think I'm going to move, even though this is under the keyboarding unit and you can see the assignments look a little bit different, I think I'm going to move everything into one folder that just says assignments, so you won't get confused on that. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to show you some examples of some of my e-portfolios. So I know some of you 5th graders are maybe a little overwhelmed with all that good stuff that we went over last week. So I wanted to show y'all some examples. And again, the videos for your e-portfolios are in Google Classroom. If you wanted to go back and look at those, the rubric is also there of everything that you'll have to have. And again, you won't be great. Your first grade for this won't be until the end of the quarter. And I want to make sure everybody's is perfect and that you're setting it up on your own. Just to show you a couple of examples, and these are 2 people that I've checked with and they know that I have them, and this is not necessarily their final product. So I don't want you to be like, oh, Miss Warren showed me your stuff and you missed this and blah, blah, blah. Some of them I'm using them as examples, so I've gone in and changed some of their stuff so I can show you what I want to do to fix it. So if you've already started setting up your Google site, which I know 6th graders, you already have yours set up, just to give you some ideas of things that you can add to it. This is Amberlynn's. She is now a freshman. When we started making these for electives, she was in the 7th grade. So she only has tabs for 7th grade and 8th grade. So I'm going to show you if it ever pulls up. All right, here we go. So she has a cute little theme in the background that, you know, still professional, but, you know, reflects her personality. And her homepage, I want to show you her homepage first. She used this as a header, so it's on all of her pages. And then she used as her picture for her letter, she used Eastwick Academy. But she has her letter on the homepage. It says, "My name is Amberlyn Capel. I'm currently an 8th grader at Eastbrook Academy. My favorite elective class I've taken so far is IT apps. This is my 7th and 8th grade elective portfolio, and this e-portfolio represents all the work I have completed in my electives." So that's just an example of something that you can say on your homepage, just to, you know, explain what's on your website. All right, so like I said, she only has 7th and 8th grade because she started it in the 7th and 8th grade. So under 7th grade, she's got Spanish A and B. And then under 8th grade, she has IT apps. And she shared this with me before the end of last year, so I don't have her updated one at the end of the year yet. But this is just an example. She was in my 7th and 8th grade elective class, and we made brochures, we did spreadsheets and all kinds of good stuff. So she uploaded her brochure that she made. She ran a bakery called Custom Christian Cakes. It's a really cool idea. And she uploaded her brochure. That was one of the things that she was most proud of, that she wanted to show. She told us how she made it, what type of things she put inside of it. And then she also made a logo. She made that from scratch in Google Draw. And then she also added her keyboarding tracker. So just like how you guys are making one now, she added a screenshot of her keyboarding tracker with her words per minute and the average that she had. So it's pretty rad. And then, oh, look at those spreadsheets. They're beautiful. She added 2 pictures of her spreadsheets that she created. She has charts included and graphics. So pretty. And then she talked about, this was her final project. It was created in Excel, and she explained what it was. And then she had another one with some advanced formulas in her spreadsheet, so she added that one too. Now, these are all screenshots. That's how she added her information. Sometimes that's the best way. You just take a screenshot of your screen and then upload it to your Google site instead of actually going in and putting it from your Google Drive. It just takes up less space sometimes. So those are some things we'll talk about towards the end of the quarter of how to enter things into your site. All right, and now I'm going to show you the next one. This is Nick Duffy's. He's in the 7th grade now. So, but when he started making it, he had only included his 5th and 6th grade years. So that's one thing I want to show y'all. I want everybody, even if you're in the 5th grade, I want you to go ahead and add every single year. So that way you have them out there and all you have to do is update them each time. So he only had 5th grade and 6th grade. So I'm going to show you real quick. It looked great. He had 5th grade Spanish and World Exploratory Language. And then 6th grade, he had art and then me. All right. So I'm going to go back up to home right here. And you can just see the 5th and 6th grade. Now, the sub pages for 5th and 6th grade go underneath each grade. But if you want to add another grade level, you got to go back to the little 3 dots beside home. So I'm going to add a sub page under home, and this would be 7th grade. And then I'm going to add another, go back to the little 3 dots at home and add 8th grade. A lot of times people have trouble with where to put your sub pages. And I know it does get a little confusing. All right, and then you can see 7th grade and 8th grade don't have sub pages like 5th and 6th grade do. So I'm going to go back in, and even though I don't know what he has or what he's going to have next semester, I'm still going to go ahead and add a sub page under 7th grade. I'll just put first semester. And I'll do that same thing again under 7th grade, the little 3 dots, add a sub page, and I'll put 2nd semester. So now there's 2 sub pages under 7th grade. All right, I'm going to collapse those. You can see the little arrows. All right, I'm going to do the same thing for 8th grade. I don't know what he's going to have in the 8th grade. I'm just going to add a sub page for first semester. And click on the 3 dots again beside 8th grade and add another sub page that says 2nd semester. All right, so even though you don't have a clue, if you're in the 5th grade, you don't have a clue what you're gonna have 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, I still want it to be set up just like this. And then you can just put first semester, second semester under each grade. All right, does that make sense? So this is sort of the way, and again, I'm going to check for progress and make sure that you guys are setting it up correctly, and I'll let you know if I see anything. We'll probably turn these in just to check for participation and progress probably by the end of next week, so don't get too stressed about that. Under his home page right here, let me go back to home. You can see he has a sort of, he has a sentence, I guess, not really a letter to the viewer, but again, you know, he was in the 5th grade when he made this, so you can go back and edit your home page and make it sound a little more professional if you want to. One problem he had was he had art the very first semester, and I mean, his art pictures look so awesome. And he has the best descriptions of everything. So great. The only problem is he put this as a footer. So instead of being actually on the inside of the web page, he made this a footer. So if you go to every single page that he has, it's there. So you want to be careful. If you see there, yeah, it's on every single page. If you put something in the header or the footer, it's just like if you're making a Word document. Header means it's going to be on the top of every single page that you make. Footer means it's going to be at the bottom of every single page that you make. So he just accidentally clicked in the wrong spot, and now his art information is on every single page. And if that happens, all you do is you go in and you delete that footer right here. You just click on it and hit delete. So I just kind of wanted to show you just a couple of like some problems that you may run into. But again, you can change your images at the top up here on every page. And again, I have that video out there if you want to go back and look at the video on how to create it and how to change your themes. Those are all out there in Google Classroom. All right, so just a little bit about ePortfolios. On Wednesday, when you guys get here, we are going to, you'll have your warm up just like always, and then we are going to go through this really cool website that gives you questions on how and answers some really interesting things about the keyboard and why it's set up the way it is. So we're going to go through on Wednesday that website together, and then I'm going to give you a Google form to fill out some questions on it. So that'll be basically what we do on Wednesday. So for the rest of today, I wanted to give you a chance to work on your notes. The keyboarding notes that we started last week. Those keyboarding notes are under the keyboarding unit in your Google Classroom and keyboarding study guide notes. When you click on that, you have the study guide that you can type on, and you have the PowerPoint to answer the questions. So I wanted to give you some class time to work on those today. Like I said, I already have 2 people that have turned them in. They are not due until the 17th, so Monday, next Monday. But if you have turned them in already and you're completely done with the notes, you can go ahead and start doing some things to and just, you know, making your ePortfolio a little bit better, or you can go back and practice some more keyboarding on the Free Typing Game website if you would like to, if you've already turned them in. Also, if you've turned them in, I would also make sure you go back and check over them and make sure they look okay too. All right, so I'm going to give y'all the last, we've got about 13 minutes now. So I'm going to give you the last 13 minutes to work on these, okay? Anybody have any questions? All right, so go ahead and work on these for the last few minutes. That way you won't have any homework to do. If you do have any questions, you can just unmute yourself and let me know. Axel said, isn't it all homework? Yeah, but I mean, class time, you're here already, class time. So you may as well use your class time to do it. That's how it would be if we were really in class. It looks like the two I have turned in so far are Sam and Brooklyn. So if y'all just want to check over those and make sure you got them right, and then when everything looks okay, y'all can work on your e-portfolios. All right, I am going to stop sharing my screen. While y'all are working on your notes, I'm going to put y'all in breakout rooms, just that way if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask each other. And then I'll try to get us back together before class is over. I haven't actually done that yet. I haven't actually put people back together. So I'm gonna practice on y'all. We'll see what happens. All right, Spencer and Zeke, y'all if you hit join, it should take you to your breakout room. All right, everybody where they're supposed to be? Can you see your notes and your PowerPoints in Google Classroom? Hey, Mom. Emmanuel, can you turn your screen on, please? All right, so y'all should be under the keyboarding unit, and under the keyboarding unit in classwork, you'll see where it says keyboarding study guide and notes. Hey guys, how y'all doing over here? Everybody good? Everybody working? Awesome. How's it going over here, guys? Garrett, I can't see your face.
Good.
Can you turn your video on for me, please? Thank you. All right, everybody knows where they're supposed to be under keyboarding unit, and you should be working on your notes, right? Okay. Hey, Rose, baby, you need me?
So when I type on the dot, like the line breaks.
That's fine. You can just delete that line if you want to, and you can underline your words, or you can just not have it underlined at all. Either one's fine.
Thank you.
Garrett, are you done with your notes? Did you turn them in through Google Classroom? Axel, are you done with your notes?
Not yet.
Y'all good over here? All right, we got 30 seconds. All right, we still have about 3 more minutes, so keep working on your notes. Poor Brooklyn got kicked out. She keeps trying to get back in. All right, and again, these notes aren't due until next Monday. So if you have any free time and you want to work on them, if you feel like you're a little behind, you can do that. We probably won't have a lot of time on Wednesday. Hey, Brooklyn, sorry, I don't know what keeps happening. So we probably won't have a whole lot of time on Wednesday to work on them since we'll be working on that other thing. But if we do have any time at the end of class, I'll let you guys work on the notes some more, but they aren't due until next Monday. All right, y'all have fun in third period. Have a great day. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.